Hi, 9 months out from gastric bypass weight loss surgery video entry for our website, SangriaSisters.com. It's not exactly 9 months out, it's a few days past because on my 9-month out anniversary, I was busy in Omaha and flying back to Michigan, and I didn't get a chance to record an entry. So this is a few days late, but nevertheless, things are good. I celebrated my 150 pounds down milestone while on vacation. That was really exciting. And while I didn't lose as much as I had hoped to while on vacation, I did manage to lose like a half a pound a week. So honestly, I'm sure that I gained many pounds in prior vacations. So I know enough to be very happy with the fact that I actually lost on this one. Yeah, so the weight loss is good. It does feel like it's slowing down a little bit, but I know that that's to be expected. At 9 months out, I find myself struggling a little bit more with food. My body can tolerate more, and it doesn't seem to have, it's very weird. Sometimes it has an issue with sugar and sometimes it doesn't. So like today I had a piece of fruit by itself. I didn't have anything else with it, and that very promptly caused dumping problems for me. Other times I can have a piece of fruit and be fine. So maybe it's, the sugar content of the fruit. Maybe it's whether I've had something to eat not too long before, like string cheese or some kind of protein. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure all of that out. I find myself craving the not so good sugary things like chocolate a lot more than I did in the beginning. In the beginning, a lot of things just didn't sound good, and now a lot of things sound good. And the few times that I have had something, for the most part, my body's been okay with it. So, I knew when I had this surgery that it would not fix things for life. I knew that it would still ultimately come down to the decisions that I make in my day-to-day life. It is easier when you're immediately out from surgery. For me, things just didn't sound as good, and you just don't have the pouch capacity for it. You're still healing. And now it's a little bit easier to down things that I don't really want to be eating. So that's challenging, and I've always been a bit of an emotional eater, and today I found myself wanting things as a result of my emotions, not really as a result of true hunger, and that bothered me. In fact, tonight as I was driving home, I was planning on what I would have for dinner, and I was planning something that nutritionally wasn't going to be that great for me. And in my head, I was already planning what I would say on our website about what my lessons learned were from eating that, even though I had yet to eat it. So there's a bit of this like kind of diabolical planning thing going on surrounding being bad. And, truthfully, I don't want to ever look at it like things are bad and good. I think that key word is always moderation. But if I'm planning to have something not so good for me, and I know it's the result of what I'm feeling emotionally, I don't like that. I don't like letting my emotions dictate my food choices, and maybe it's because I've done that for so many years. I don't know. But that's something I really have to pay attention to and be very, very careful with. So I'm aware of it. I'm working on it, but if you are an emotional eater and you're considering surgery, please do not think that this is the ultimate solution, because it most definitely is not. What else did I want to share? There wasn't much I wanted to share this month. I'm still catching up from being away on vacation. Oh, I will say that traveling is like a million times easier when you're not super morbidly obese. The car ride is less uncomfortable. The plane seats are much more comfortable. I was amazed. I could cross my legs while sitting in the plane seat this time. I buckled my seatbelt and still had that much strap left over. My table tray came down. Like all of those wonderful, wonderful things that I was hoping would happen happened. The amusement park rides that we went on were not a problem to ride. I was perfectly comfortable and had plenty of room. Um, Clothing, just packing all my clothes. I could fit a lot more clothes in my suitcase because my t-shirts take up about half the amount of space that they used to. So that's kind of cool. It's just easier. It's easier to breathe. It's easier to move around. This was my first real, like, getting away for a really significant amount of time experience since having weight loss surgery. And pretty much everything was easier in terms of physical mobility. In terms of eating, it really wasn't that bad. I planned ahead. I packed a lot of protein snacks and protein powders so that I would always have something that I could put together. I love iced coffees, and it's super easy to just dump a scoop of protein powder into my iced coffee from wherever I get it. The airports, there were a couple different things that I found. In the airports I found string cheese. In one of the larger airports that had a caribou coffee, I ordered a oatmeal, and it was too much, of course. I only ate half of it, which is good because later I looked up the nutritional stats and it was pretty high in sugar. But it also had a lot of fiber, and it was higher in protein, and it tasted really good. And with tax, it was like $2.90. You cannot beat that when you're at the airport. That was a good choice. I had also went to another place, and I can't even remember the name of the restaurant, but I ordered a chicken wrap, and I just, when I'm eating a wrap, and if it's made with that kind of tortilla that's like loaded with calories, I just keep pulling away the tortilla and taking bites of the guts, and that seems to work. It was fine, but it was way too pricey for what it was. So, let's see, what else? Of course, there's always nuts. You got to be careful with how much fat is in nuts, and calories. But my point is that in the airports, there are options if you're looking hard enough for them, and you don't allow yourself to be too swayed by the Cinnabon and the big burgers and all that other yummy looking stuff. So, I have awesome friends, and they always made sure that there were things that I could eat in the fridge. And like Kelly and I, we went grocery shopping together. That was great, and we just picked out the things that I needed, and it was great. It was easy, and I didn't feel weird or like I was troubling anybody or anything. My parents were very well prepared as well, so it really wasn't that difficult. There were a few moments where other folks were enjoying like a dessert or ice cream or something that, I would have chosen to eat in the past. On this trip, I either ate it and had a very, very small portion, or I just made something else, something that sounded good to me. Maybe Greek yogurt with some strawberries in it or something like that. So traveling doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to result in a weight gain. And ultimately, that's what I've been learning on my travels, is that if this is going to be a true lifestyle shift, that has to include the times that I'm on the road too. And while I certainly didn't eat perfectly, and I had a few treats here and there, on the whole, I did really damn whatever good, and I'm proud of that. And I think that the scale also is reflecting that, so that's good. I think that that's going to be it for this month. Thank you all for those that have been visiting our site and adding lots of encouragement. It means a lot to Kelly and I to have you kind of on this ride with us, and I always enjoy reading what's going on in your lives and what your stories are too. So that's that for month 9, and we'll see you in month 10.